Hello, hello. How is everyone feeling today? Um, First off, I want to say, hope you had a good Easter. And I hope everyone's excited for The Voice tonight. We'll kick off the knockout rounds today. Very, very excited about this. Team Nick is coming together nicely. If Blake or John or Kelly are on right now, you guys should be worried about Team Nick. It's a real threat. And also a big night for NBC because Songland is back. We had so much fun last year when the show first began. Being on the show, working with Ryan Tedder, well, dear friend of ours, executive producer on Happiness Begins. And this show is a lot of fun, so you got to make sure to tune into Voice and to Songland tonight. And just because we can, I feel like we should add Ryan in to this live right now. Let me see. Let's do it. Waiting for Ryan Tedder. Easter. Ate a lot of food. I was very full. Hello.
Oh, what's up, dude?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing excellent. How about yourself, man?
I am doing pretty well. Just talking about Easter. Saying, an interesting time, interesting day
Yeah,
amidst all this craziness.
yeah,
But to be able to, uh, have today to have some encouragement with some NBC, The Voice, and Songland will be fun.
absolutely, man. No, I'm looking forward to it. I actually, we haven't actually talked about it, even though we talked about it when I knew you were starting with The Voice. I don't think we've had, every time we're together, we're so focused on whatever song it is that we're working on that we don't get to do enough catch up. And of course, we had a number of things planned that were going to happen during this time that now we can't because of a pandemic. But I did want to ask you, like, in general, how have you, like, honestly, how have you liked doing The Voice? We haven't actually talked about it.
It's been a lot of fun. We shot most of the stuff a while back. The things that are airing now, the episodes that are airing now.
Yeah.
And just to think about next steps now and kind of the live shows and everything else is a big conversation, that
Yeah. Yeah.
they're trying to figure out. But
No.
besides all that, I have honestly been so enjoying the experience of working with the artists and the other coaches, and they're a lot of fun. And although we poke fun at each other during the show, it's part of the deal. Um,
Yeah.
it's a lot of love over there, and you get to see real improvement and growth from the artists in real time. Which is, I think, the
Yeah.
most rewarding thing about it. And it's a really fun show, as you know. So during this time, it's super crazy and tough for everybody. I think having something to go and watch that puts a smile on your face is really
Yeah.
nice. Same
Yeah.
thing is
Music.
true for Songland. I'm pumped for this next
Yeah.
season.
I'm
We obviously
so
did it last year.
so
Uh,
stoked. And thank you
had a
again.
great
Last
time.
last year, you guys were a high point of the season, and we're ecstatic. I can't believe that we wrapped it literally the week before this thing started with coronavirus. We wrapped it right just in time to be able to get it out. Um, and we're more than thrilled to be following right after The Voice. I mean, it's like a tag team situation, which I love. I'm curious because I've been a mentor on The Voice multiple times in different countries. I've never gotten to hit the button, but I have two questions that I actually
Yeah.
wrote down that I wanted to ask you in this order. One, how actual nerve-wracking is it, like hitting the button in like the actual competition aspect of like, am I gonna get it? Is Blake gonna get it? Is Kelly gonna get
Well,
it? How
Blake
stressful is that?
Blake is really good
Yeah,
at getting artists on his team,
as he should be.
because he's been doing this forever, so he
Yeah,
kind of knows the deal. And Kelly is really persuasive, and when we're going up against each other to get an artist, I have to be really sort of sharp because she's so in tune with how to connect with people and build that sort of friendship right away. And then there's John Legend, who is just, his name is very fitting. It's John Legend. He's the best, and
yeah,
everybody loves him and everybody wants to be on his team. So we got to deal with that competition when it comes to that. But actually hitting the button in that moment, I think, is just your chance to show the artist your appreciation for their talent. Regardless of
yeah,
whatever happens, if they choose you or not. it's an opportunity just to show some respect to an amazing performer, an artist, um, and then it becomes nerve-wracking once you actually start the sort of debate to get them to
Yeah.
go your way. What was the second question? I think
Second question, the James Taylor thing, like being the super mentor.
oh yeah,
What in
amazing.
the I didn't even know about that. How what is that like?
Well, I mean, fitting name for someone like James Taylor to come on and do it. He is a
Yeah.
mega mentor,
Yeah.
and I was obviously just blown away and excited to be in the room with him, but to actually get to kind of help my team along the way with him and with his um, with his incredible input and insight was just amazing as a fan, and then also to get to work with him in that sense was really great. Who's on Songline tonight?
Tonight we have Lady Antebellum,
Oh, awesome.
and I can tell you, like, it's been similar to The Voice. We've been trying to figure out how to finish all the songs. So we got, I'd say, a half, maybe a little over half the songs finished. But like, I was supposed to record Her's vocals and Julia Michaels and Ben Platt and on and on and on, and trying to figure out how to record these vocals from across the country has proved to be interesting, but it's doable. So we're,
Wow.
like you guys on The Voice, we're figuring it out. Tonight's Lady Antebellum. I don't want to give anything away other than to say, when we walked off set, Charles, the lead singer of Lady Antebellum, turned to me after the final song was chosen, and he looked me and he puts his arm on my shoulder, and he like gets right on my face. He goes, I know this is a TV show, and I know we're doing this, and I know that we're showing people about songwriting creativity, but this is an actual smash, and we are actually going after this. And I was like,
Amazing.
all right, man, your words to God, your lips to God's ears. Like, bless you, child.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
wait
gonna
to
be
hear
fun. And the other weird thing about Lady A is I'm 6 feet tall. I'm not short. I'm shorter than all three members. I posted a photo today.
I've played golf with Charles before, and um, he's very tall.
Dude, he's like 6'7". It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then I think you, me, and Joe at some point we got some stuff we got to finish too.
Correct. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing is we haven't made any announcements or anything like that just yet, as you know. But for anybody watching, we certainly have been working on some stuff that we're very excited to share with everybody. How was your Easter with the fam?
My Easter was good, man. We what did we do? Like we had the most like chill Sunday humanly possible. We were going to try and get outside somewhere that felt appropriate, but it was cloudy, as you know, and kind of cold, and we hung inside and watched movies and watched Star Wars and made the most like throwback comfort food dinner of all time. We just like made baked stuffed potatoes and like that was it. We just had the most chill day of all time. What'd you guys do?
Kind of similar. We got up, we took a little time just to sort of um, walk the dogs and do the normal daily routine kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we had a meal instead of prayer, just kind of focused on sort of, how we're feeling and just where our heads and our spirits are at. I think that's, for everybody, especially Priyanka coming from a family of doctors and people that are on those front lines every day, as so many are. We had, I think, pretty good moment just to be able to sit and kind of talk through it and kind of where our heads were at and how she was feeling and the state of the world in general. Because it is a bizarre time to be, for everybody. And
It's weird.
It's okay to speak about it and to kind of open up and the weight of all of it can be kind of tough. But thankfully, a day of reflection like that, and for anyone from a religious or spiritual background too of any kind, regardless of what your beliefs are and maybe the differences in those beliefs to people around you or around the world, I think there's an ability to just recognize that prayer and thoughtfulness is super important. And,
it is.
in some way that healing will be, I think, will come from that ability to think and sort of process those thoughts and emotions. So anyway, that's a long-winded thing to say. But
for sure power in prayer, especially when it's gathered amongst millions of people all aiming it at the same thing, without question. Yeah. I'm curious, how is, because of course when you're in the US you only hear 90% about the US, how we're doing, and then 10% about the UK and Italy. how is India? Like, how's Priyanka's family doing in India?
India has been, really affected by this, as so many parts of the world have. But, it's been very intense, and her family and friends there are all, staying inside and taking the necessary precautions and all that. But there's so many people that have not, been able to really, honestly, and getting back to their homes and everything else has been very challenging. So at some point, she can speak to it more than I can.
Yeah, of
But
course.
I'm blessed that her mom and her family there are all doing okay. Um, but I think it's just a crazy time. It's a crazy time.
That's the phrase I keep coming back to. I just, every time I try to think of any other word to explain it, bizarre is the only word I land on. It's just
Yeah,
so bizarre. It's the upside down for a minute, and nobody and everybody that says they know when it's over is guessing. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that the curve is flattening, as they say, and I'm hoping that that stays the course. And I'm extremely excited to see some countries in Europe and watch them, the ones that have opened back up, like Denmark and Norway. And I'm watching them every day because that's like our light at the end of the tunnel. Like, come on, I'm
yeah,
pulling for Norway, I'm pulling for Denmark. Pull it off. Don't get sick. And then that's the path forward. So yeah, we're in it together, man. And
we're on it together.
music, and The Voice, and yes, in Songland, I think that we're providing. I'm grateful to be a part of a much needed distraction
Yeah, that's
during this
that's
time.
exactly what I was saying just before we began talking. This, um, the Voice, I think, is just such a fun show, and Songland too is so fun and a needed distraction. To get to see the moments of triumph for these people as they,
Yeah,
are really fulfilling their dreams right in front of your eyes and growing so much. And the shows are very similar in that way that you actually get to
yeah,
see that happen. And
yeah.
um, it definitely, I think, puts a smile on my face when I watch it. Even as a fan of the show beforehand, it always did. And so now to be a part of it and to get to see what you're doing with Songland, and uh, as a music lover and also a writer, we've written a lot of songs
A
together now.
lot. Yeah,
What the people see on the show is what really happens, and that's just such a cool
yeah.
thing to get to see firsthand. What are you
It's
most looking
wild.
forward to about this season? I mean, because obviously you know what's coming up.
Yeah, I'm the most looking forward to. I mean, we had to be totally transparent, we had a conversation the day we wrapped, me, Esther, and Shane, and Audrey, and the whole team. And we said, okay, we're not gassing ourselves, but do we all feel the same that we've moved into a new territory, beyond season one, and we all kind of felt the same way. And I think that, like anything else, once you do something and you've done it, and you got the nerves out, you got all the jitters out, and you return, it's like it becomes more like second nature. So we understand the process now, and how to make the writers comfortable, and bring the most out of them, bring the most out of the artists, and make them shine. And I think that this season, the thing I'm probably the most excited about, I got to say, the her episode. She's a freak of talent, Nate. Like, freak of nature talent, and freak of talent. And dude, when she came on, and Julia Michaels came on, I had to call and then NBC and go, "Are you sure they're coming on? Like, they don't need to do this. Like, no, they want to do it. They want to do it." And those two episodes, particularly the her episode, for me, that's the one where at the end of the episode, I was like, I'll do this for the next 10 years if they'll let me do it, because this was
Yeah.
just watching. Also, she's just kind of a freak of nature. So that was fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, man. I mean, kind of all of it. I've honestly, like, not to blow smoke on your show, but when I found out that we were coming on right after The Voice for the majority of the episodes, I was like, sigh of relief. You know what I mean? Oh, cool. So we'll follow the number one show on television. That's great. Yeah, we'll do it. I'm down. I'm down. Thank you, Nick. I'm watching you tonight. Actually, I'm excited. But to flip that question back to you, uh, you know, obviously, Songland we focus on songwriting every night. You guys are focused on the whole package, the artistry, the singing. What is so far your favorite part of? All right, what surprised you about The Voice that you are doing now that, like, you didn't anticipate?
Um, what surprised me about The Voice? So many things. I think the involvement that we have as coaches to work with the artists to pick some of the songs, staging, the level of coaching that actually happens. Because in reality, it could be a version where, you don't get to have that much interaction with the artists and they kind of do their own thing and that's what it is.
Yeah.
The fact that there is really a collaborative process is so invigorating and exciting. And the other part of it is that I thought there would be a bigger learning curve with just the general kind of chemistry with the coaches and everything else. But I think immediately me and Blake hit it off, and me and Kelly and John became such a great connection, the three of us, four of us total. And it was just so fun to create that energy and that vibe, because the show, for it to work, it really has to, I think that group has to connect well. And
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it's a really fun group.
Yeah.
And the other surprises too are just the level of talent. You think about the show now, having been on TV this is season 18 we're in now, and people show up and bring it, and there's so many of them out there that are so talented, and that's kind of cool to see as well. And for the East Coast, it starts in about 10 minutes, so we should probably wrap this up and give people the opportunity to grab a beverage, some popcorn, pop down and enjoy a fun night of NBC programming.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
appreciate you hopping
watching
on.
it. We're taking over the entire evening. Dude, thanks for having me, man. This has been awesome. All right.
Of course, man.
I'll hit you off camera. All right. You too, man. Be well. Give Bree my love.
Buddy.
See ya. Peace.